In this video we are playing Find the Crystals. So I do have an order list available in my video description if you do get stuck with any of the crystals, or please do drop me a comment. I'm more than happy to help where I can. So we're starting off around the spawn area. And I love this. So when you come up to this one in the waterfall, it actually disappears when you come towards it from the front. That reminds me a lot of the murderer in Find the Tesseracts that disappeared when you did that. So I will come back to get the one in the waterfall, but as I always say, you've got to check the waterfall and behind it. So the one in the lava, obviously if you do touch the lava you're going to get dropped off at that spawn point. But what this does do is this does give me a chance to test a theory about coming to the one in the waterfall area from the side. And as you can see, this works. Water crystal doesn't disappear and we can collect it. Now coming into here again, I'm determined to get the one that looks like a laughing SpongeBob SquarePants because that's what it reminds me of. And I've just about hit crazy lava crystal jumping from the ruby crystal there at the side. And I absolutely love the design of these characters. I love that some of them are sort of really sweet and remind me of sort of Find the Foodkins, and then other ones have got these really, really humorous kind of faces to them, like Crazy, the one we've just got. That face literally shows what that name is. I absolutely love the index to this game. The map is very similar to some other games that I've played. I have been in caves identical to this one, as well as kind of spawn. Snow reminds me very much of Find the Animals, but that's absolutely fine. I mean, I play these games all the time. I do see repetitions in maps, it's not a problem. Again, I love the little face on smiling aquamarine. I wonder how many names of crystals there are actually that you could use for this game. I can't tell if you'd hit a limit and then you'd have to rely on sort of different emotions. And if I can ask if you do enjoy this video or any other from JudgementTV, if you can please help to support me by liking this video, drop me a comment, subscribing to my channel, and of course coming back to see some more of my videos. Thank you so much. I was kind of expecting a bit more up on that platform. There were quite a few little areas in this map that I was expecting a few more crystals and there weren't any. But of course this is just open for updates later on in the game, I hope. Coming into the kind of empty cabin there, it has the code for the code door on the other side of this area, but again, like, you could have had some furniture like a sofa or something and then hidden the code on the back just to make it a little bit less obvious. You could have sort of one of those boxes there, you could run inside and collect a crystal so it was quite hidden. This game is really easy, it's really accessible for the younger players, but as I said, like, it's easy because the characters are all out in the open, you can see them really easily. It'd be nice to have a few that have that more kind of challenging element to them. But for me, as an avid scavenger hunt enthusiast, this has been still a nice game to pass the time. Again, a really unfurnished cabin, so you can just see mauve crystal like really easily. You could have some inside of the tree if you wanted to kind of have that harder but still easy element to the game. And then coming into this area, so this was quite weird because I ran into it and then I realised I had to interact. But again, you could put one behind one of those screens. And once you interact, you get brought into this cave and it tells you here that there are 10 crystals to collect. Now, I will come back to this area at the end when I finish the cave because I thought that truss was the way out. It's not. You do need to climb up I will show you once I finish the cave and realise this. So it's just, again, a methodical search that I'm completing of the cave. So we have some introduction of some kill brick obby, but FYI, I mean, it's an easy obby, but you can actually wander around the outside of it to go ahead and get the cobblestone crystal at the back. I love that that's square, because that obviously does really remind me of Minecraft. I think that is really clever for cobblestone to be in like a cube. Again, you could have had one actually out the back to make people check. I think there's a missed opportunity to put one there. But as I've just shown you, you can walk down the side without doing the obby. Quite bizarre that there is only also one crystal inside a crystal, like the actual crystals in the background, the kind of map detailing. There's only one in there. I thought they would have used more crystals to hide crystals. Again, upping the challenge, you could have sort of a tunnel in the kind of roof line. It would be something that people could really easily wander past. But it says, wow, you found the way down. So obviously we've got a second level, which I really like. But I mean, you could potentially just take the sign away so people, it's not sort of super obvious you need to go down. Again, we've got another obby, but I'm going to work smarter and not harder. We're up here for purple crystal. Why is it purple crystal person? I don't know. That just seems a bit odd in the index, but hey. But you can literally wander down the side once you've collected that one and miss the obby completely. I don't know if that's intentional or an accident that they've just left it like that. Again, this is where I say sort of like the emotion on the crystal really brings out the name. I really like that one. That does sort of remind me of anger from Inside Out. I don't know if anyone else feels that, sort of all the kind of things that I'm thinking they look like. It's these shadow areas that you could really put an entrance somewhere to kind of fool people or make people miss things, and you have to go and search it a bit more. So this is the only crystal that has the crystal inside of it, which is peculiar, but hey, it's fine. And I'm pretty certain there's quite a few crystals that they could actually use, like names. I think there's like Tiger's Eye and all the different quartz and all that lot that you see in like crystal shops. We have magma rock crystal. This bit was a bit weird. It looks like a doorway or something that is going to be coming soon because it doesn't match with the rest of the map. So I'm just wondering if that has been left there sort of as a kind of door for a coming soon. I don't know. So we are back at the start. This is when I twigged. Oh, I think that's an obby up there rather than the way out. And as soon as I saw the kind of diamond blue platforms, I knew I was in the right location to find diamond. Again, nice and easy. If I can do this obby, you can. It may help to have sprint turned on. There is a free sprint. The only thing it doesn't have is a teleport back home, which would have been useful to get out of the cave. But you can just reset your character once you've found diamond, like so. And then obviously because I ran off and just kind of went towards the waterfall, we'll just finish off the rest of the kind of spawn location. I don't like the cartoony ones. I prefer the other ones, like the ones where they look a bit more realistic, like the crazy lava one, like those ones sort of thing, like instead of looking like cartoony. I don't know if different developers have drawn the different crystals. If they have, you can tell the difference. Like that one, that is different to the other ones. So there is a group join. This is the rainbow one with like the crazy face on it. So the crazy rainbow crystal. Liar, it's not in the pink island, so don't look for that one on the pink island. It's the group join. So using the code from the abandoned cabin on the other side, we can get dark obsidian crystal. Now that would be a crystal that I would wear. I wear black all the time, so that would match all of my outfits. Oh, scared crystal. I love the emotions that come out on these crystal faces. I really do. It's a shame that the farm isn't more like a farm with kind of like some crops or something that you could have hidden some more crystals in. And there's nothing in the silo. That's just a massive waste of time, so don't go in there. But obviously do stop on the ladder to get yourself onto the roof here. Again, you can just do what I did instead of using the little lobby platforms. So I've been in this barn quite a few times. There's nothing yet in that window there that you drop down or you can jump into. That would be a place I would put one. I have also seen secret entrances in this barn to bits out the back. So again, you know, from other games, they could think about doing this if they wanted to do kind of the upper tier of the barn. Ice cream was a smidge weird to be in the barn as well. You could have had an ice cream truck to actually put ice cream crystal in there. See, it just doesn't feel very kind of farm, animal, crops to me, apart from the mud patch out the front. And then we've sort of got like a random pool up here. I would have thought that may have gone like behind one of the cabins a little bit better, so it was like a private pool for one of the cabins. So maybe put a cabin next to that, it might make a bit more sense. And we're starting to get in the realm of sort of, I don't know, having the kind of usual objects. So I'm sure I'll find like pizza crystal and stuff like strawberry crystal, whereas actually they have got a lot of crystal names they haven't used yet in this game, which could expand the index and still keep it in that crystal, true crystal theme. We have crying obsidian crystal, so this is where I said they could start using the different emotions with the same crystal. Would love to see a drop into the well or one hidden in the well. Again, that would up the challenge. They hid one very well in Find the Animals, which was a very similar kind of map to this one. Climbing the invisible truss to the treehouse, and we have got chill crystal. I love that one. I love how developers can bring sort of a really inanimate object to sort of life just through the drawing of them. It can bring like that humour to it as well. Less haste, more speed with these. Like, I was rushing to try and get around this one. But making it up to the top and we find crystal fade. Again, you've got a couple of clouds around in the map, so you could put some kind of up in the sky. There's a cave here with nothing, it doesn't interact and there's nothing behind it. So again, maybe that's coming for an update, I don't know. But we'll make our way over to the island that's going to give me an allergic reaction. It's completely pink, it's like my worst colour ever. And we have candy crystal. This island and some of the offshoot ones like desert and snow, they don't have a lot on them in terms of crystals, so it'd be nice to see the developer putting some more in some updates, obviously just to fill up the space that they've already created. You could have a veiled entrance into one of these kind of hills, or they're not really mountains, are they? We find choco crystal. Again, we're coming into this kind of food orientated or item orientated crystals rather than true crystals themselves. Again, we've got that difference in the crystal design. I do prefer the other one, like choco crystal rather than purple crystal. We've got a little bit of a sneaky thing there with no platform off the top of the ladder for the cloud, so just make sure you do give it a bit of a jump when you get to the top. Again, that's like a cartoon design rather than the kind of one that I like. You could make one of the giant flowers on the floor a springboard or trampoline to go up to get one somewhere else. That might be a fun element and not changing the map too much. Again, another colour-based one, and then we've got this sort of more ramshackle cabin or shed or building here, which has pink crystal, but again, there's nothing really hiding it, it's really obvious. But that really does finish off the pink island. There's not much there at all. As I said, they're quite open and empty at the moment. I do wonder why there's only like 3 browny yellow trees. That might be something to include, I don't know. So again, like, I love the little faces on those ones. I think they're much better. And just like Find the Animals, we have a maze, although you can't see through the top. So if you go straight round to the right as you enter the maze, I found these quite quickly. I was quite impressed with myself, to be honest. We have the first one of Excited Sun Crystal. And then we have edible crystal. I'm assuming that's like sort of pop rocks or rock candy would be the edible crystal. I would not recommend putting stones and trying to see if they're edible. Next door to the kind of pyramid temple, we have one on the top of the kind of hill here. I did try and go up the awkward way and jump, obviously, then thought, oh, I'm probably doing this the hard way, and then found the truss around the back. And we have spiky crystal. Have any of you tried the grow your own crystals? I'm thinking about buying my son one for Christmas, and I don't know if they actually work and if the crystals that come off are really good or not. Drop me a comment if you have used one of those at home grow your own crystal kits, because I'm really interested. And then the last one here is this golden one. So again, from Find the Animals, you could put some down the sides of the pyramid maze. I have found some animals down there. A drop down into the top perhaps. There's loads of opportunities to get some crystals in desert. And snow is sort of identical to Find the Animals as well. We've got one on the roof. I do think snow is really underutilised at the moment. We do have a nice teleport into one of the cabins to get ice crystal. And then one in the igloo, and that is it for snow so far. So I'd really like to see some more in this area. I'm sure there are plenty blue and sort of white crystals that could be added into here. We do have quartz, which is nice to see, just white quartz though. And there we go, that completes this game. Thanks for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you real soon in my next video. Bye!